May, chill. It's okay.
No, it isn't!
Pixar's Turning Red stole the hearts of fans all over the world the moment it dropped. With its family-centered storyline that pulled at all of our heartstrings, it's really not that much of a surprise that the movie was an instant hit and quickly joined the list of the best Pixar movies of all time. It was just that good. And, like the other great movies, fans have been begging Pixar for a sequel because, well, who doesn't like the idea of part 2 of a great movie? Today, I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know about Turning Red 2. And you guys are not going to believe all the juicy info I've got in store for you.
Nobody will notice a thing.
Thank you for your concern, Mother. But I'll be fine.
Well,
If you watch the first Turning Red movie, then you'll remember that the plot revolves around May and how she struggles with her inner red panda. The entire story is set around the tensions between May and her family, especially her mother, and how she tried to find a balance between making her family proud and doing what's best for her. She struggles between letting go of her red panda spirit, like her mother and grandmother want, versus embracing it and making it a part of her identity, like she wants. At the end of the movie, May was able to remain connected to her inner red panda and showed her mother and grandmother that there was nothing to be afraid of. It's an interesting coming-of-age story that exemplifies common family dynamics, generational trauma, as well as the possibility of generational healing. The ending of the first movie may have looked as though it had tied up all the loose ends, but if you think about it carefully, then you'll realize there are many potential plots for Turning Red 2 to explore. For instance, fans are extremely curious about May's mother Ying, and why she and the generation of women before her severed their connections with their red panda spirits. When we meet May's mother, she comes off as super strict, overbearing, and quick-tempered, while May kept trying so hard to please her mother. But even that did not seem to be enough because her mother was super hard on her, which really fit the Asian parent stereotype. If you know, you know. Turning Red 2 could take us on a journey into Ying's history, back to when she was a young girl like May, showing us how her inner red panda surfaced and what led her to give up her red panda spirit. Fans believe that this will be an interesting direction as it will help us understand why she demands so much of May and why she's embarrassed about their powers. Another direction the story could take is to fast forward to when May is a college student, navigating young adulthood, or maybe she's already a mother, helping her own daughter deal with her red panda. I'm sure fans would love to see either of these plots. Hey, maybe they'll combine both and begin with college May before moving on to May as a mom. Who knows? Now, some food for thought.
Everyone, go home! Where are your parents? Put some clothes on!
The first movie ended with May holding onto her red panda, and if you think about it carefully, you will realize that this was only possible because she was accepted by everyone in the city. But what if May and her red panda were not accepted by her city? Would she still have held on to it? The first movie was great and fans loved it, but the solution element of the storyline felt a little bit too easy peasy, don't you think? A bit more complexity can be introduced by putting May in a situation that forces her to either choose between her red panda or be cancelled by her friends. I mean, many of us are familiar with not taking what our family members say too seriously, while losing sleep over what our friends and peers say about us. A college full of people with different opinions would be the perfect way to set the scene. College comes with so many different experiences, and as we know, May's red panda comes out whenever she is stressed out. Even though it seems like she's got it all under control, it would be interesting to see how she can cope in a new environment. As for the other plot direction that fans have been speculating about, with May as a mother, who's dealing with the emergence of her own daughter's red panda, this story could take the first script and flip it. So, instead of having May's daughter eager to accept her red panda spirit, she may instead be terrified of it. This way, we get to see how May helps her daughter come to terms with her inner red panda. This would really be an interesting storyline, because it would make May reflect on her relationship with her mother, and also understand the difficult choices that come with parenting.
how is this possible? What happened to your panda?
It's easy.
Now that we know what the movie will possibly be about, who are the cast members that will feature in the sequel? Are we going to be hearing new voices? Given that Turning Red 1 just came out this year and all of the casts were brilliant, it's expected that we'll hear most of the major characters return. But this will of course depend on the direction the writers want to take the movie. One cast member we expect to return in the sequel is Rosalie Chiang. No one can deny that Chiang was perfect as May, as she was able to portray what it means to be an overachieving teenager with an overbearing mother. Chang is not really popular on the big screen as her filmography is limited to just one TV series, Click Wars. Even though this was Chang's first motion picture appearance, fans loved her as Mei. And given her incredible performance as Mei, I don't think anyone else will replace her. Another cast member we expect to see return is Sandra Oh, who voices Ming Li, Mei's mother. Sandra Oh has appeared in a couple of movies such as The Chair, Invincible, The Princess Diaries, Mulan 2, Raya and the Last Dragon, American Crime, and American Dad, although she's perhaps best known for her role in Killing Eve in Grey's Anatomy. Other cast members we expect to see return are Orion Lee, who played Jin Lee, Mei's father, Wai Ching Ho, who played Mei's grandma. We should also expect to see the return of Mei's friend group, as we know their friendship was a really important part of the first movie, and letting them go so soon is not something fans are ready for. So we should expect to see Maitriyal Ramakrishnan, who played Priya, Hyun Park, who played Abby, and Ava Morse, who played Miriam. But like I said earlier, a lot depends on the direction the writers will want to take the movie. So we may see the return of all or most of the characters in the first movie, or we will see a whole bunch of new faces.
Come on, May. It'll clear my mind. Just a little hint. It's so cute.
Fine.
So, with all this being said, when is Turning 2 going to hit the cinemas? Well, Pixar and Disney are yet to give a green light for Turning Red 2, but from what we know, it's very likely that they're going to get the ball rolling very soon. Director Domi Shi has said in interviews that they're definitely open to the idea of Part 2, but as it seems now, nothing is in the works yet. In an interview with Comic Books, Shi and producer Lindsay Collins said, "We're open, but we haven't talked about it. But yeah, it's an invitation at the end for more stories." He continued, "Hopefully, at the end of the movie, you've fallen so in love with the characters that you have a hard time letting them go. I mean, as the filmmakers, not even as the audience. I feel that way. I love these characters. I never got tired of them. I was always like, I'd go hang out with those characters again. I want to see what they're up to. So yeah, who knows? We know it took about 5 years to make Turning Red 1, and if we're going by the same timeline, then we should expect Turning Red 2 to drop in 2027. Well, we may not have to wait that long, as the bulk of the animation has been done already. But as it stands now, there is no official script for Turning Red 2. But wouldn't it be great if the writers took ideas from the many fan theories flying around? What do you think? Let me know in the comments.
My whole life I've been her perfect little May-May. Temple duties, grades, violin, tap dance.
What do you think? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed watching this video, make sure you click on the like button and share your theories in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe so you're first to know when other videos like this drop. Thank you, see you soon.
Ready to change the world?
So ready.
I was born to do this.
Let's burn this place to the ground!